Hi, Revere, and welcome to our show, the Revere Veterans and Community. Today I have a special guest, a three-time veteran. He's a veteran of the Army, Joe Internicola. Did I get that right,
Yes,
Joe?
you did.
Thank you. You're also a Revere police officer.
Yes, I am.
And you're also a terrific veteran in the community. But before we start going, you're doing something for us this coming Thanksgiving about Mass Bears. So why don't you take it over for a while and tell us exactly what it's like, what you would like the people to do.
Okay, so we're hosting the second annual Thanksgiving dinner at the Mottola Post on 10 Garofalo Street, November 25th, 2014, between the hours of 5 and 8. And this dinner is for residents of Revere, veterans, residents, any type of people in need of a good hot meal. The goal is to provide a meal to maybe people that are incapable of cooking for themselves or don't have many family around this holiday, or veterans who served our country, or just anyone in general that wants to come out and have a good meal. It's complimentary, of course, and we'd love to have you join us.
Right, Joe. Now, before we continue, I'd like to ask you, is there any age limit, or is it strictly for elderly, or is it for everybody?
No, it's for everybody.
So you can be 5 years, or you can be 105 and just go up there?
Absolutely, and we're not going to be checking DD-214s at the door to make sure you're a veteran or anything.
You have to be a veteran?
You do not.
Oh.
So I was just saying, you do not have to be a veteran, but veterans, of course, are welcome. What veterans of all ages are welcome to attend. Hopefully we'll be there.
Right, Joe,
well.
you got to thank the Indians for this. I'll be honest with you, because when the Pilgrims left England, really to travel to America, and the Indians greeted them with turkey and food, if they had given them a deck of cards and a pair of dice, they would have gone back to England in 20 minutes, you know what I mean? So we got to thank the Indians for having this Thanksgiving.
Yes, we do.
Okay, I thought you liked that.
Very much so.
Before we continue, tell us something about your service. You know, during the time of the war, I believe it was the Iraqi freedom.
Yes.
Just give us a little.
Okay, I joined the Army in October of 1999, right after graduating from college.
Which one? What college, by the way?
I went to Northeastern University.
Yours truly, too.
Right.
Yep.
Very good. I did the 5-year criminal justice program there.
Good.
And I graduated and said,
You got a law degree?
I have a criminal justice degree, bachelor's.
That's equivalent, yep.
Yep.
And so you went right into the Army?
I did. I graduated in June and I left for basic in October.
Wow.
Yeah.
And where were you stationed, if I may ask?
I chose my station, which was Fort Drum, New York, which was probably not a very smart decision.
It is, and I'll tell you why it isn't, because when I got out of the Army, I'll tell you something about Fort Drum. It's up near Watertown, New York.
Yes, it is.
And I worked in Watertown, New York. And let me tell you, in the wintertime, it is freezing, 40 below zero. Snow drifts, they call it snow flurries here, but over there a snow flurry is about 10, 12 inches.
Absolutely.
How was it like when you were up there?
It was cold.
Yeah.
For 2 months out of the year, it was gorgeous. And
Oh, yeah. Up in the Adirondack Mountains
yes,
up there?
absolutely. All the water up there is gorgeous.
Yep.
God's country up there, but it was cold. It
Yeah,
snowed
when you
a
get
lot.
to be my age, you've been everywhere. So
Yeah.
you like to know that.
It was about a 6-hour ride from home, so that was appealing to be, serving my country, but not too far
let me
from
thank you for your service, sir, for one of the greatest generation to an even greater generation, and that's people like you.
Thank you very much.
And when you came out, what made you get into the police?
It's all I've ever wanted to do.
When you were little?
Yeah, I was little. My father's a police officer in Everett, and my uncle's a state trooper, Mass State Police, so I don't know if it's in my blood or whatever. It's always something I wanted to do, without question.
It's a pleasure and an honor to have people like you, really, and I'll tell you why. It's people like you that protect civilians like me, otherwise we'd have anarchy. But I see people complaining out there that you shouldn't have big weapons. You should have, some of them even say water pistols. But let me tell you, the criminals have the weapons, so you've got to have one weapon better than them.
Right.
So
how can we protect people if we can't?
Exactly.
That's very true.
You've been on the Revere Police Force for how long, if I may ask?
Just under 11 years now.
11 years.
Yep.
Could you just tell us, without mentioning any name, one of your worst adventures that you had? Beside me, I mean, so what happened?
it's difficult to talk about, I guess, on television.
Just don't mention any names.
No, I know. Some of the things that you see, you're not necessarily prepared or to deal with, and maybe some sudden deaths where you respond to
You've
someone's...
seen some of those?
Yes.
Like car accidents?
No, I've been fortunate enough not to see too many car accidents or homicides, but maybe someone that passed away in their home.
Oh, I see.
And was left unattended for some time, maybe because they lived alone or whatnot. So that was difficult, but more importantly, you know, some of the, and I don't have much experience in it, but you know, child molestation stuff, talking to a family where that might have happened and being the initial
like
officer.
domestic violence and things
So,
like
I
that.
mean, you probably think of maybe bank robbery or stuff like that, but the worst thing to me is when someone hurts a child.
Yep.
So that's something that, you know, you live with and you wish you could change and help that person more than you're willing to do, you're able to do, I mean.
You know, I like to say when I was a little kid, about 5 or 6 years old, and I went to school in New York, we had to cross some streets that had heavy traffic. And we had a policeman who walked the beat. At the time, they didn't ride around in the cars. They had him walk on the sidewalk, walk on the streets. And he would take 2 little kids, including me, by the arm, walk us across the street, say good morning, watch us come across the street from school. And we consider them like higher than our fathers. That's what we think of them. And I still think of them today like that there.
Right.
Because you people have a tough job, really. And I want to thank you for that,
Thank
too.
you
So
very
you're
much.
a double veteran now.
Thank you.
Right. Now, you got started a Mass Badge about a year ago.
No, about 6 years ago.
But the first one in Revere was last year.
Yep, last year was the first Thanksgiving dinner that we hosted in Revere. The year prior to that, I was part of the Mass Badge.
Joe, how could people help you if you need donations or anything? What is it people could do to help you?
Well, my phone number is right on
you can read
the brochure,
it.
which is
tell
781-858-1569. You can call me directly. You can call the mayor's office as well at 781-286-8111. And you can donate through there. I do this in conjunction with the mayor's office.
Mayor Dan Rizzo?
Yes, and City Hall. And they were gracious enough to donate money and to help. Debbie and Miles and the mayor's office are instrumental,
yep.
and Sophia as well. Very instrumental in helping and very passionate about this. And as soon as I brought the idea to them, they were all for it and they wanted to help me do this. And
right, and they have another nice lady there too, Joyce. I'm sure she helps out too.
Yes, absolutely. The office has been amazing, and as well as people throughout the city. I put a few logos at the bottom here that helped out last year.
Can I look at that for
sure.
a minute, Joe?
Stop and Shop on Furlong Drive.
Yep, Stop and Shop.
That's Madison Printing, Kevin Childs and Madison Printing, the Revere Fire Department, Revere Police Department unions, MFRP Corporation. Robbie and Peter DePisa were unbelievably helpful, and the Good Diner, of course.
The Good Diner?
Yep.
I got to tell you something about the Good Diner. They do so much for the veterans and the seniors in the city of Revere. It's unbelievable.
Yep.
And talking about the Good Diner, they gave me some of these gift certificates, and they told me to pass them out only to veterans. Well, I can't give you 3, even though you're a triple veteran, but I'm going to give you 1 anyway. And by the way, folks, this is from the Good Diner from Sabir. Thank you, and that's from him to you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. You should be thanking him when you go down.
I will.
His name is Sabir. And this is from the Revere Veterans and the City of Revere and the Allied Veterans Council. This is a token of our appreciation for your service. There's a lot of American flags, but the ones that come out of here are the best in the City of Revere. So keep that as a token.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Since we're exchanging gifts here, I brought something for you as well. So
is a ticket?
You're parked in a no parking zone, so I have to.
Oh, okay.
So this is the shirt I'm wearing. These were, these were made to be able to pass out to volunteers on the day of the Thanksgiving dinner on November 25th, and I wanted to bring one for you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for all that you do to help us.
So the volunteers are going to be wearing these shirts?
I'm going to hand them out to the volunteers that day.
Good.
So if you wish to donate money or to volunteer, give me a call or come down to the Mottola Post November 25th, maybe 3 o'clock, and we'll get you set up, and we'll get ready to serve people. It's very rewarding and a great feeling to be able to do a service to your community. Trust me.
You know, you could set up like a little barrel, voluntary donation. I mean, you don't have to ask for it. People come in if they want to drop something, because we went to Bourne Cemetery to put flags on the graves of the veterans that passed away that are buried at the Mass National Cemetery. They still call it Bourne Cemetery. It's Mass National. And there was a lady there with a big bowl, and you just put $1 in, or $5 or whatever you wanted. So
that's a great idea.
You don't ask to tell them. You just leave it there.
Yeah.
Right.
Just the only thing I don't want is I don't want anyone to ever feel obligated.
No,
we're going around to
strictly voluntary contribution.
Right. Yeah, because that's what we're doing. We're trying. I mean, we could always use that money, and we could put it towards next year's Thanksgiving. I plan on doing this for as long as people will come. So.
Yep. I got to tell you, you're going to have a standing crowd, because this has already been mentioned to the senior center. I'm sure it's been mentioned to all the veterans posts around over here. You may have to feed them outside eventually, because if you have anything like you had last year at the Beachmont VFW, remember?
Well, that's what I'm glad you mentioned that. The VFW in Beachmont was gracious enough to let us hold it there last year. They didn't charge us, and they were very, very accommodating in every way, from preparing food in the kitchen to setting up and cleaning up and everything that they did. Unbelievable. The only problem was seating was limited. There was more. It was almost. There was more people than seats. Right. So this year, I've decided to have it at the Mottola Post, and they were gracious enough to accommodate us. And we're going to set up as many chairs as we can fit in there, and then they have that foyer area. So there's also seating outside the main room.
Where you first come in.
Yes, exactly. So there's overflow, so to speak.
You may have more than that.
Right, but there'll be plenty of room this year, and we don't have to worry about seating. And I didn't expect people to eat and then stay, and everyone was kind of hanging out, but it was good. They turned it out. They're not just a meal, but they had a good social event out of it, so that was good.
I have to give you this secret. The reason the people, you didn't expect them to eat and stay, is the reason they ate so much they couldn't get up, because the food was so good. So I just want you to know that, because I was there myself, and let me tell you, I saw Mayor Rizzo serving, because I was serving, that he came in and served. But the food was excellent out over there.
Yes. So, Mayor Dan Rizzo was there serving, and Dan Conley, the Suffolk County District Attorney, was there. I was shocked. I couldn't believe he
I remember when Dan Conley was running for the District Attorney's job for Suffolk County, he came to our senior center and sang some beautiful Irish melody, especially Danny Boy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
He's Irish, you know. And a fine, fine gentleman, and a fine, fine DA.
Absolutely.
Right? We really love him. And we have another good gentleman here, the sheriff of our county, Suffolk County, Steve Tompkins. Maybe you know him too?
I don't know him.
Well, he's the new one. He took Andre Carrera's place.
Okay.
So he's our new sheriff in town now.
Have you met him?
Yep, I've met him quite a few times. Okay. We even had him on the show here. We have the best of the best, by the way. If you haven't been on this show, you're not the best, let me tell you that. Okay?
Yeah.
Revere let me tell you, Revere TV 8 is one of the best channels in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts for community work. Not because I'm on it, but because other people that come on here do it on it. Right. We have people here, like we have Rashid, who does the thing for his magazine on this. We have Bill Jackson, who comes on here. Ed, I wish I could remember Ed Duvall. He comes on here, and Debbie, she comes on here, and these people do fantastic shows there. Okay. Mickey Casoli comes on here. He always talks about drugs, you know, talking about testing. Mickey, I got to tell you this. I was coming down here, I got pulled over by your police, and they took me out. They wanted to give me a drug test, and I asked them, what drugs are we going to test for? And they said, let me go. So that was pretty good. Don't you start that. Okay. Now, let me tell you, you've been with Mass Bash, like you say, 6 years before, 2 years, this thing, so that's about 7, 8 years?
No, altogether about 6 years. This is our second annual Revere Community Dinner.
What are you going to do if you have a bigger overflow crowd this year at the Mottola Post, which I think you might have?
We'll have them sit in the members-only room. We'll find room for them. I think the hall is very big and very accommodating, very nice.
Oh, one lady at the senior center did ask me a question. I thought I'd bring it up to you. If she has a little kid that she has to babysit and she wants to go, can she bring the kid?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
The baby can eat too?
Of course.
And you have a bottle and everything with turkey juice?
I walked right into that one. That's funny.
It's only a little humor. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah, absolutely.
By the way, I spoke to Mayor Dan Rizzo, and we have what we call the Revere Veterans Service, Revere Allied Veterans Council, and all the posts that we have there. This is a month of November. You know, the First World War started in November. It ended in November at 11/11/11. I guess the 11th day, 11th month, 11 o'clock. It started in November. I don't know the exact date in Sarajevo when King Ferdinand was assassinated while riding in the limo. Yep, and that's what broke out the war with Germany and Austria siding against the Allies at that time. So and then he's coming up here December the 8th. I hope to have him here. And that'll be right after December the 7th, which is the Second World War, which I'm a little familiar with because I grew up during that time on there. And you grew, by the way, I heard some good news. I know you're not going to be shy about this. I hear you're engaged to get married?
I am.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Right. And let me see if I can guess the month. Sometime in August. Was I close?
You're very close, yep.
That's good.
I'll be getting married August 1st. Yep.
In 2015.
That's correct.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I've been married a long time, 65 years almost.
God bless you.
Yep. And you know, it's funny. I met we only went together 3 months, by the way. That's all we knew each other was
Really?
3 months. Yeah. I came home on furlough. We met. I went back to Germany. We corresponded. Then I came back and we went out another 2 months. I'm not talking about because we separated for years. I'm talking 3 physical months we were together. And then we just got married. It's lasted 65 years.
God
Today
bless
they
you.
go around 2-3 years together. The marriage, as a matter of fact, the pre-marriage lasts longer than the marriage. You know that today? I mean,
Yeah.
it's ironic, but it's true.
I know.
Right.
Hopefully that won't be me.
So that's how times have changed.
When you know, right?
That's exactly. When you find the right one, you'll know it.
I know. I knew it right away. I think we talked about that a little bit last year. You asked me if I was single. I told you I just
Yes,
met
you was,
someone.
but you weren't engaged last year.
I wasn't engaged, no.
Nope.
We got engaged on our year anniversary.
Oh, I don't mean to be rude, but last year when you were here,
Yes.
you did not have a bed. You did not have a bed. How come you got one now?
Oh, well, I'm a member of the Revere Police Patrolmen's Union. I'm the vice president, and spoke to the chief about letting some of them, men on the department grow facial hair for a cause, for donation for charity. So he.
Now, when you say donation for any charity or specific?
I specifically want to do something for the children for the holidays, so I asked the chief if he would let us, everyone that's going to grow facial hair, donate $100 towards for Children's Hospital for the holidays. And so,
for one in Boston? That's good.
yes, so I mean, I haven't reached out to them yet. I'm obviously going to do so
So all
immediately.
the police have to wear?
They don't have to if they don't want to, but if they choose to wear any type of facial hair, which is against our rules and regulations.
I was going to say that.
Most people have never seen a police officer with facial hair other than a small mustache. So if you see a police officer with a goatee or a beard, such as myself, it's for a cause. So we're going to donate that money to Children's Hospital this year. Maybe next year we'll do some type of different charity. But I think as of right now, the chief obviously put a deadline. He wants to know who's going to be doing it, who isn't. So they'll be exempt from the rules. So the deadline was today, actually. And I think as of today, we have upwards of 20-something people that donated. So we at least raised $2,000.
That's good.
Yeah, so
That's
I'm very...
$2,000 more than what you had.
That's exactly right. So I'm very happy and pleased that we were able to do that. I think I look a little foolish, but...
You know what would be nice if some of the businesses, I'm talking around the city of Revere or around the area, was do a little sponsoring and help you out with your Mass Bash Thanksgiving dinner.
Well, I've...
Besides the ones that you listed here.
Well, I spoke to other places, like Valarius came down last year, brought a turkey and helped serve. They were great. I'm going to go see Chris again
They're a
at Valarius.
fantastic restaurant, by the
Absolutely.
way, and they also donated a lot of gift certificates to our veterans.
So I mean...
Thank you, Valari.
I know. Thank you very much for what you did last year and all the help. Also, Jamie Russo and Eastern Equity donated money last year, and he was like, "Oh, you don't have to put my logo, but I will be doing so next year." Gasco, and also the...
Dan Liberto, we had a thing here at Dan Liberto, made a beautiful patriotic cake. I mean, it was fantastic. Red, white, and blue.
Yep.
Beautiful cake, delicious cake. I left it here. I had to do something. I came back. Thanks for leaving me the plate, fellas. That's all they let me was the plate. The cake was gone. That's a good one.
Yep.
Yep.
Very good food there. Very good cake.
Fantastic stuff over here.
Absolutely.
There's another good one across the street that does a lot of things for us, the Continental.
Yep.
Right across the street.
Right.
Then there was one that was that's fairly new in the city of Revere, B&W. And if I left anybody out, please give us a call. RevereTV.org. We'll put you on, and you can come on our show.
Yep.
Wouldn't
Oh,
that
I
be-
also wanted to say from Sam from the Gulf gas station, corner of Mountain Ave and Broadway. He was helpful as well in donating last year. I've yet to hit him up. I have to go see him and
Do you
see if he'll
really?
donate again this year as well. Yeah, there's a lot of people throughout the city that helped out, and I just need to get the word out to them.
No, this is a fantastic, I got to tell you, this is a fantastic city. You know, times are tough. I was
Right.
in Boston today. I went to the VA. By the way, can I tell you a little story about the VA? Because you're a
course.
veteran. When I walked in today, I thought I was in the wrong place. I was treated like I was the president of the United States. I didn't take my medication because I don't like to do it. Well, I had a very high blood pressure. The doctor said to me, he says, you're not leaving here till we'll give you the medication for you out of the pharmacy that they have there. And he says, make sure you take it, and I want to see you in a week. Now, usually it was 3 months, 2 months, 6 months. Now, they take good care of you, and I think it's because they buy that new VA director they got, Robert McDonald or whatever, the new one, which is good because he overhauled the VA a little bit.
Good.
And you don't have to wait 6 months or 3 months because a lot of people, you could die within a month, you could die within
know.
a week, but now
I
they
know.
take it right away if it's bad.
That's good.
So
That's great.
how's the VA been treating you?
Oh, wonderful. I mean,
Which one do you go to, if I may?
I go to, is it Jamaica Plain? I've gone
Jamaica
to.
Plain, and they have the outpatient on Causeway Street.
Yeah, I've only gone to Jamaica Plain.
Yeah,
but
that's where I go.
But I mean, I have my health benefits through the city, so I usually
Oh,
use...
beside the veterans?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I
Yeah.
usually use my Harvard Pilgrim in my primary care.
That's good. And how do
I
you
figure
feel
there's
with this-
veterans out there that need it right now. When I need it, if I do need it, then I can go there, which is...
You know what I miss most of all, Joe? Is we used to have the soldiers' home here, and
Right.
if you needed to go, you could go right here.
Right.
Now we got to travel into Boston.
I know.
I hope Governor Patrick, when he takes off, Governor DeVal Patrick, Governor Charlie Baker, when you take office, you made a promise at the Matola Post to the veterans that you would try and get the soldiers' home reopened. I think that should be your first priority,
I
to
agree.
take care of the veterans, because we are 1% taking care of 100%.
That's
If you
right.
think of it, only
Right.
1% of the population is in the military,
know.
and not even that much.
Yep.
So
You're absolutely
don't forget, Charlie, keep your promise.
right. Yep. My grandmother used to work there.
We're at the VA.
At the soldiers' home.
Oh, in
God rest
Chelsea?
her soul, yeah.
Yeah, I had one of the best doctors there. His name was Dr. Reddy, who took care of me up there for a long time, and I miss him. Because you get used to your doctor.
Of course.
You know? Now I got a nice doctor up at the Causeway. His name is Bazovic. Good doctor, excellent doctor. But it's just a travel that you got to take the Green Line. I
Right.
tried
I
driving
know.
into Boston. Forget it.
No.
Especially around North Station. Forget it, especially in the morning when everybody's going one way, the other way to work.
Yep. Everybody's in a hurry.
Right. We got about 3.5 minutes, Joe, and it was nice of you to take your time off to come up here. So I'm
Thank you.
going to give you 2.5 minutes. Talk about your girlfriend, your pet. Did you have any relatives in the armed forces yourself, beside you?
Yes.
Father? Tell us a little about it. No, don't be bashful. I mean, it's nice to hear other people tell us
Yeah,
about
my grandfather was in the Navy.
which
Yeah.
one, 2 or Korea?
I think 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
How old is your grandfather?
He would have been, let me do the math right now. He would have been close to 80.
So close to 80?
Yes.
Probably Korea or Vietnam. No, Korea. More Korea.
Yeah.
Yep. Because
Okay.
usually I'm one of the youngest, by the way, in World War II. Because the old ones, the elderly, you would have to be about 86, which is my age. Up until now, most of them are in the 90s. We have a gentleman at our senior center who's 100 years plus 9 months.
Oh,
He's
wow.
going to be 101 years this coming February. Sal, happy birthday to you when February time comes around.
I'm trying to think of how old he was. This is terrible. He's been passed now. He passed away 2 years ago. That was Irma's boyfriend.
So-
That was my
oh,
grandfather.
Oh, you don't mean... I know who you mean.
Yeah,
Billy
Bill-
Miranda?
Yes. Billy Miranda. Help me think of how old he was. Oh, my God.
Well, let me tell you, he is a Korean vet, Billy Miranda.
Yes.
He is a vet. I used to be with him at the senior center.
Right.
He was a gentleman's gentleman.
Absolutely.
And he
Yes,
loved one song that I always played for him, and he would say to me, because I do music at the senior center,
Yep.
he said, Morris, you got to play that song for me. And I played it every day. I made a lot of enemies because I kept repeating it, but I didn't care. I came in with a flak jacket. The name of the song was Spanish Eyes by Al Martino. He loved that song. And him and Irma were like this, really.
know,
They were
I
both
know.
terrific. So,
I'm very grateful.
Billy, wherever you are, the
Yeah.
good Lord is taking good care of you.
Yeah.
Believe you me.
Yeah,
and
we miss you
even
and
though
love
you're
you.
not here, and like he said, we miss you. Thank you for the service you did for our country.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because you know the veterans are going fast, especially the World War II. The Koreans were all gone about 10, 15 years ago. The last World War I vet gone. The Koreans will be the next batch after we're gone. They'll be the veterans that go on down the line.
Right.
I hope someday when they say the war to end all wars, which was supposed to be World War I, take a look what's gone on since
know.
then. I could name you 19 more wars since the American Revolution, really, when it started over there. So that's pretty good.
Right.
So, Joe, I want to say thank you for coming.
All right,
God
thank you.
bless you. And thank you for doing Mass Bash for us. If I'm still kicking, I want to see you here again next year.
Yes, absolutely.
God bless all our troops.
Am I gonna see you here with me? You're gonna be greeting people at the door?
If that's what you want,
That's
I'll be
exactly
there.
what I want. I want you to be there for sure. With,
Okay,
with your shirt on, please.
Yep, I'll bring that shirt
Okay.
on with me. And this little flag.
Just a reminder, November 25th, Tuesday, November 25th, 2 days before Thanksgiving, at the
Toll Post.
in Revere, between 5 and 8. Come early, come late, come whenever you want.
Come one, come all, and God bless
Come
us
one, come
all.
all.
And God bless our great country,
That's right.
the United States of America. And again, all our troops that are serving overseas, thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you very much.